Hey guys, Ginny here for another week of Strictly Strength. So we're going to be mixing it up a little bit this week. We're going to be doing supersets, meaning we're going to do 2 exercises back to back. So some of these exercises are going to work the same muscle group. So we're going to work 2 exercises, same muscle group back to back. And some of these exercises we're going to work one muscle group and then we're going to work that opposite muscle group back to back. So we're going to be working for 1 minute on for the first exercise, 1 minute going directly into that second minute for our second exercise, followed up by 30 seconds of rest in between each superset. So we're going to go through this 2 times through, and then we're going to end it out with a ab circuit. So you're going to need a mat today, maybe a lighter dumbbell pair, moderate and heavy. Just grab a couple of options if you have them. That way you can make adjustments as you need to. But again, we're going to be doing 2 exercises back to back. So once we finish that first exercise, we're going straight into that second exercise with no rest. Once we finish those 2 exercises, then we have our 30 seconds of rest. So that's what you are going to expect for today. So let's go ahead and get into our warm-up here. So just starting it out, let's go ahead and get those large arm circles going in that forward direction. Just trying to get the body ready to go, warmed up, so that we can conquer this workout together. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and switch the directions here of our arm circles. Again, we're still going in that full range of motion. Doesn't need to be too intense right now. We're just starting the warm-up, trying to get those joints ready to go. All right, go ahead and get some trunk twist here. Again, like I said, we're just getting those joints ready to go, ready to work. Starting with those shoulders, now moving our way down our back here. This doesn't need to be intense. Just twisting ever so slightly to both directions. It doesn't need to be very aggressive again. Just gently rotating the body, loosening it up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch it into windmills. So opposite hand, opposite foot, and then standing it upright in between each one here. So we're not holding that position at the bottom, we're tapping that foot, and then we're standing it all the way back upright. So you should be able to feel that stretch in your hamstring or the back of your leg as you reach down. And then make sure we stand all the way back up so that we get that full range of motion. Nice job. Getting one more here on each side. And we're going to transition into our second windmill. So same thing, opposite hand, opposite foot. You're going to be transitioning that weight as you go through the windmill. And you're also going to still be twisting that upper body to make sure that it's going through full range of motion. So it's going to look something like this. Again, you're tapping, transitioning that weight, and we're still going through with that upper body. So now we should be able to feel this stretch on the inside of our leg. We're going back and forth here. All right, finishing it up here with one more swing on each side. And we're going to transition into our squat mobility. So feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. You're going to raise those hands up overhead. You're going to squat down as low as you can with those hands staying up overhead. Once you get there, arms lower down to the ground, right in between your legs. You straighten those legs, you bring it back down to that squat, arms back overhead, and you stand it upright. So we're going to go through our squat mobility here. Now as you go through this movement, you straighten out those legs. I don't want you to hold that straight position for too long, just enough to feel that stretch, and then drop those hips back down into that low squat and stand it all the way back upright. Good, so going through that squat mobility, raising those hands or arms up overhead, squatting down as low as we can, and standing it all the way back upright. Nice. Last one here. Good, all right. Going into our inchworms here. So remember again, for inchworms, we're just gonna be walking through this. We're not gonna stop in any one position for too long. So we're gonna start here, reaching arms up overhead. a plank, and then we're gonna walk it all the way back up to that start position. Arms come up overhead. All right, so go ahead, go through this inchworm, go into that full plank, walking it all the way back up. Bring your arms up overhead. Nice job. Breathing through this. Again, you should feel that stretch as you go past those legs and your hamstring, but we're not holding that position or holding that stretch. We're just going to move straight through it and walk our hands all the way out into that plank, and we're walking it back out. All right, finish out this last one here, and then we're going to go into our last warm-up here. We're going to be doing like a yoga push-up, I guess we'll call it. So for this, you're going to go down into a push-up. You can modify by doing a bent knee push-up if you need to, but you're going to do one push-up and then go straight into a downward dog. So again, push-up, straight into downward dog. Now you can modify this again. Let me get on my mat here. Modified push-up, straightening out those legs, going into downward dog. Alternating between the two here. We're going for 5 total push-ups. Breathing through that downward dog. Once you got 5 push-ups, go ahead, grab that drink. We'll get ready to go. So like I said, 2 exercises back to back. We have no rest between those exercises because we're doing the superset. So after we finish that first minute of the exercise, we're going straight into a new exercise for 1 minute. And then after that is when we get our 30 seconds of rest, okay? So, be prepared to work for 2 minutes straight. 2 different exercises though. Go ahead, grab that moderate to heavy weight. We're starting out with just a normal squat. You can hold those weights up at your shoulders or down at your sides, but we're just gonna do a normal squat, feet shoulder width apart, squatting down as low as we can, okay? So that is our first minute of work. Our second minute of work here, we're changing up that exercise, holding the weight either again at our sides or at our shoulders, up to you. You're stepping back for a reverse lunge and then crossing over to a curtsy lunge, standing it back up. We'll then switch to the opposite leg, okay? So first one is a squat, first minute, second minute, reverse lunge, curtsy lunge, okay? So we're going back to back with those 2 exercises. Again, starting out with that squat here in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Squatting down as low as we can. You're going at your own pace here. You have that moderate to heavy dumbbell. You can hold this at your shoulders, down at your sides, or right in the middle, up to you. But I need you to squat down low here. I need those activation of those quads. Stand it all the way upright in between each rep. Nice. We're working for a full minute here, okay? We're pushing through. Nice job. Now remember, we're going straight into that next exercise after this. We don't have a rest, we're going straight into it. We still have 15 seconds here, but we're going straight into that reverse and curtsy lunge. We will be alternating back and forth, all right? In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Straight into the exercise, reverse, curtsy, stand it up. Reverse, curtsy, stand it up. Nice. Again, we're going low into that lunge, staying low as we switch to our curtsy lunge. We're feeling this in the quads. We're feeling this in the glutes. We're keeping that chest up. We're trying to stay low as we go through this lunge, okay? We're alternating back and forth between which leg steps back. We've got 22 seconds left, and then we have our rest. You've got it right here. We're moving into arms after this, so work those legs hard here. Push through. 10 more seconds. You've got it. 30 seconds of rest coming up. And 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, next 2 exercises. Chest fly for the first minute. Our second minute is going to be push-ups. Again, you can modify this if you need to, okay? Whew. Okay, we got 10 seconds left here to rest. We've got 2 chest muscle exercises back to back here. Starting with that chest fly. And 2, 1, here we go. Lower those arms, nice and controlled. Slight bend in those elbows. Those dumbbells are staying in line with your shoulders the entire time. You're engaging that core. Nice, here we go. Nice and slow on the way down, nice and slow on the way up. Be intentional through these movements, staying in control. Good. We're at that halfway point through the first exercise. Push through this. Again, keeping slight bend in those elbows. Dumbbells stay in line with your shoulders. We've got 12 seconds left here. We're going straight into exercise number 2, our push-up. And 3, 2, 1. Set those weights down, flip it over. Going straight into your push-up. You can do a full push-up here, or you can modify as shown by me. Up to you. I know you're feeling the burn in those chest muscles, but I want you to push through, okay? Let's build that strength. Dig deep here. Nice. Modify if you need to, but I want you to push through this. I want you to work the entire time. We've got 30 seconds of rest after this. Push through, 22 seconds. You've got it. I know it's hurting. Don't worry, I'm feeling it too. Let's go. Keep it up. Breathe through this 1 rep at a time. We've got 10 seconds left. 2 push-ups. Here we go. Finish it out with me. Stay strong. Last push-up. 2, 1, rest. All right, next 2 exercises. Bent over row for our first minute. Second minute, we're down in a plank. Rowing 1 arm up at a time for Renegade Row, okay? So those are our 2 exercises. Remember, first one here is that bent over row. We're starting up in 4, 2, 1. Here we go. We're bent over at the hips. We're pulling that weight straight into those armpits. I'm keeping my elbows tucked in. Nice job. Again, we're bent over at those hips. We're keeping that back flat. When you pull those dumbbells into that top position, you're squeezing those shoulder blades together. Nice. Stay in control of that movement. We're here for 30 more seconds. Halfway through this first exercise. We're working those back muscles here. 2 exercises in a row. Here we go. Finish it out. 15 seconds here. Then we're moving it down to the ground for that Renegade Row. You can modify that row by going down to your knees. All right, here we go. Last couple of rows in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're down on the ground. Plank Renegade Row here. Rowing 1 arm up at a time. If you're in a plank, use a wide base. Otherwise, you're modifying on your knees and pulling through for that row, okay? Those are your 2 options. Full plank. You're using a wide base to make sure your body's not rotating, engaging that core, or you're down on those knees, still in a plank, and you're rolling 1 arm at a time. Here we go. We're double dipping on those back exercises here for 20 more seconds. Finish it with me. We're moving to legs after this. Those arms get a rest, so push through. All the way straight into that armpit. Locking in that core to keep that body from twisting. Let's go, 5 seconds left. One more row each side, and rest. All right, I promised legs, so we're going deadlift for our first minute. Our second minute straight into single leg deadlift. We're alternating back and forth, switching which leg. All right, so we're double dipping on those deadlifts, 2 straight minutes, but we're starting out with 2 legs, okay? Normal deadlift. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, deadlift. 1 minute here. We're hinging over at those hips. We're keeping our chest proud by pinching those shoulder blades together, and we're standing it all the way upright in between each rep. You're feeling that stretch in the back of your hamstrings. We're using that heavier weight here. 2 leg exercises back to back. Working those hamstrings, we're strengthening them here. 30 seconds left. Hold your pace. Keep that tempo. You want those legs to be tired and fatigued after this exercise as we're moving it back to arms. Nice. Again, keep those shoulder blades pinched together, keeping that chest proud, hinging over at those hips. We're moving into single leg deadlifts, alternating back and forth in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Single leg deadlift. Switching back and forth. Again, those hamstrings are on fire. We're pressing through. That leg goes straight back behind us. We're still hinging over at that hip. Keeping that chest proud. Feeling that stretch in our stationary leg on the ground, okay? Nice work. We're finishing out this minute here, then we're moving it back to arms. So push through for 25 more seconds. Here we go. We're over halfway through this exercise. Stick with it here, whatever pace you're at. I need you to finish it, okay? Breathe through, dig deep. 10 seconds left. Nice work. We're almost there. Ooh, keep your balance. 2, 1, and rest. Next 2 exercises. First one, reverse fly for the first minute. Second exercise, wide overhead press. All right, 2 different exercises, 2 minutes of work. Grabbing whatever weights you need here. All right, 10 seconds left. Again, we're starting out with that reverse fly, all right? We're bending over. And 2, 1, here we go. Bend over at those hips. Raise those arms all the way to that shoulder height, keeping a slight bend in those elbows, all right? Nice and controlled through your movement. Trying to raise it up and slow it down on the way back to start. We're working those back muscles, those shoulder muscles. Here we go. You've got it right here. Dig deep. This first exercise is halfway over. 30 seconds left. Breathe through this. You've got it. Try to get it to that shoulder height. Engage that core. Keep that back stable. We're moving straight into our next exercise, which is our wide overhead press in 8 seconds. Finish out these flies here. And 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Wide overhead press. 1 minute here. I need you to punch those knuckles straight to the ceiling. Keep those elbows out to the side. And I need you to engage that core so that way you keep that body upright. I don't want you to lean back or fall forward. We're standing straight up, engaging our core. Punching straight up overhead. Let's go. Full minute. I know, the shoulders are burning. It's tough, but we've got it right here for 22 more seconds. Stay focused. You're not the only one feeling the pain. I'm right here with you, but I need you to keep moving. It's mind over matter. We're switching into biceps after this to give those shoulders a rest in 5. Last rep, 2, 1, rest. Okay, next 2 exercises. Wide bicep curl. Palms are facing away. Exercise number 2, you can use 2 weights or 1. Overhead tricep extension. All right, those are our next 2 exercises. Opposite muscle groups here, we're working back to back. Again, 2 full minutes. This is our last arm exercise before we go to glutes. And 2, 1, here we go. Wide bicep curl. Those elbows are tucked in. You're pulling and curling straight into those shoulders, but you're out to the side. Squeeze that bicep in that top position. Nice and controlled on the way up, on the way down. Good. Again, you're engaging that core to keep that body upright. The only thing I want to be working here are those biceps. Do not use that body to pull up that weight. All biceps here. Squeeze that bicep in that top position. 22 seconds left here. We're working that opposite muscle group after this, so push through this right here. Curl up, full extension. Those palms stay facing away from you. You're curling on the outsides of your body. All right, here we go. 5 seconds left. We're going straight into overhead tricep extension. 2, 1. Here we go. You can use both weights if you want. 1, doesn't matter. Full tricep extension overhead here. Again, we're working that opposite muscle group, so push through this. We're giving those biceps a rest. Keeping those elbows tucked in, nice and close to the head. Fully extending those elbows. Those triceps should start to feel it now. It's burning. The back of the arms, you feel that pain, but you push through. All right? We're moving down to our glutes after this. Our arms are going to get a rest. So push through here. You've got it. Full extension every time. Elbows stay tucked in. 15 more seconds here. All right, let's go. We got it. Mind over matter. Smile through that pain. All together, 5 more seconds. 2, 1, rest. All right, I promised glutes. We're moving down to the ground. 30 seconds for each side. Donkey kicks are our first exercise. Switching at that halfway point, 30 seconds each. Moving into fire hydrants. Again, 30 seconds on each side, okay? So, again, donkey kicks are first. 30 seconds on the left, 30 seconds on the right. In 2, 1, here we go. Kicking it straight back for those donkey kicks. Trying to at least keep it at hip height, if not, maybe a little higher, that's okay. We're staying on this leg for 30 seconds. We should feel this in our glutes here. Nice, 10 seconds left on this side. Push through. It's gonna get a rest here in 5 seconds. You've got it. 2, 1, switch it to the other leg. 30 seconds. Still the same thing, donkey kicks, just the opposite leg. Good. 20 seconds left here. Remember, we're going straight into that second exercise, our fire hydrants. 30 seconds each leg. 10 seconds left here. Keep those donkey kicks high. Switching to fire hydrants in 2, 1. Here we go. Fire hydrant, lifting to the side as high as you can. Trying to not move the rest of that body. Just raising that one leg here. You should feel this in the glutes and the sides of those glutes, all right? We're here for each side for 30 seconds. Push through here. We've got 5 seconds left on this leg. Let's go. 2, 1. Switch it to the other side. 30 seconds to finish out our glutes. Here we go. We're moving to shoulders after this. Those legs are getting a rest. Push through. Raise that leg as high as you can. Again, you're feeling this in the sides of your glutes here. You've got 10 seconds left. I know, it's on fire, but we're finishing it out. In 3, 2, 1, rest. 30 seconds. All right, we're grabbing lighter weights here. Shoulder exercises around the world for our first minute, going all the way up overhead. Second exercise, front raise. Raising to that shoulder height, okay? Those are our 2 exercises we've got next. We're getting ready to go in 5, starting with the around the world here. And 2, 1. All right, palms are facing away. Raising those arms all the way up overhead, and then bringing it back down to that start position, okay? Nice and controlled here. When you bring those dumbbells up, and when you bring back to those start position, try to control it so they stop right before the butts of the dumbbell hit each other, okay? We're not trying to hit them up here. We're trying to stop them right before, staying in control the entire time. Breathe through this. You're engaging that core to keep your back engaged, making sure the shoulders do all of the work here, okay? 18 seconds left. You've got it right here. Breathe through this. We're going straight into that second exercise, our front raise. 5 seconds here. Finish out your last 1, 2, 1. Front raise, straight into it. Raise those arms straight up to shoulder height. Now, if you need to modify, we're doing 1 arm at a time here. Giving that shoulder a little bit more time to rest, but we're still moving through 2 exercises back to back, all right? So you can either do 1 arm at a time or 2 arms. Up to you. Here we go. Finish out this shoulder exercise. We've got 2 core exercises to finish out our first set. We're over the halfway point here. Here we go. Shoulders doing all the work. Don't let the body move those arms for you. Your shoulder muscles are working strong right here. 12 seconds. Raise it to that shoulder height each time. Don't cheat yourself here. Nice. Breathe through this. And 2, 1, rest. All right, 2 core exercises here to finish out our first set. Plank, hip dips. Second exercise, single leg, V-up. Alternating each side, okay? We're doing this to finish out our first set. We only have 2 sets of this, so let's push through. All right, plank hip dips coming up in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. We're in that plank, rolling our hips to the side here, trying to get them as low as we can, acting like we're tapping them on the floor. Nice job. If you need to modify, you're holding a plank. If you need to modify further, you're holding a bent knee plank, okay? Those are your modifications here. Try to keep up with this hip dip for as long as you can before you have to modify. Again, you're only going as low as you can. If you can't touch the floor, that's okay. Just keep moving side to side. We're feeling this in our obliques. 20 seconds left here. Finish it out strong. We've got 1 exercise left. Single leg V-ups, going straight into it after our hip dips. In 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, roll it over onto your back. Single leg V-ups. Reaching opposite arm to leg. Switching to the opposite side. Modification here, you're just raising those shoulder blades up off the ground. You don't have to sit all the way up, okay? That's your modification. Otherwise, all the way up. Take your time here. Try to go through this exercise. You've got it. Feeling this in the core, lower abs to mid abs. Push through. I know it's hard. Trust me. I'm struggling through it too. We've got 18 seconds left here though. Then we're grabbing that drink because we have finished set 1, okay? Here we go. 8 seconds left. Nice work. We finished that first set. Grab a drink. We only have to go through that one more time, and then we're finishing it up with a little ab circuit, okay? Whew. I was thirsty, okay. All right, so remember here, we're going through all of those exercises one more time. We're still sticking with the minute first exercise, minute second exercise. Those are back to back, no rest, supersets. Then we've got 30 seconds in between each superset. So we started out, I know it seems like forever ago, but we started out with our squats. So first exercise here, squatting straight down, bringing it back up. Normal squat, 1 minute. Second exercise here, stepping back for that reverse lunge, straight into a curtsy lunge, and we're alternating back and forth the entire time, all right? Those are our first two exercises. So grab the weights you need. We're heading back into it for our second and final set here. In 3, 2, 1. All right, minute has started. We're going through. Let's work those quads here. Going low into that squat. You guys know what to expect because we've already done this for one set. So I want you to push yourself a little bit harder this round. If that means grabbing heavier weights, going a little bit lower into those movements, maybe getting 1 to 2 more reps. That's how we're gonna challenge ourselves and push through. Nice. Press those knees out as you go down in your squat. Keep that chest up. Going as low as you can here, keeping all feet flat on the ground. Nice. 12 seconds left here. Going straight into our next exercise, reverse and curtsy lunge. All right, and 2, 1, here we go. Step it straight back, reverse, curtsy. Switch it now to the opposite side. Reverse, curtsy. Good work. Stay low into that lunge. You should be feeling this in the glutes, in the quads. Nice job. Stay low as you transition from reverse to curtsy. Stand it all the way upright after the curtsy. We're always alternating here, making sure both legs get the work. Keeping that chest up, that knee over top of that ankle. 12 seconds. We're switching it to arms after this. Push through. You've got it. 5. Last leg. 2, 1. Rest. All right, I promise arms. Go into those chest muscles. Pack fly here for the first minute. Our second minute is going to be a push-up. All right, so we've got 2 exercises. Chest fly into a push-up. You can modify that push-up if you need to. All right, we're getting ready to go for that chest fly here. In 5, 2, 1. Here we go. Chest fly, dumbbells in line with your shoulders, slight elbow bend. Bring it all the way back up to that start position. You're engaging that core here. Pressing that belly button through the floor. Nice and control on the way down, on the way up. I need you to breathe through this. We're working those chest muscles here with 2 exercises back to back, starting out right here with our chest fly. 20 seconds left here. You've got it all the way to finish out this minute, and then we're going straight into our push-ups for 1 minute. 5 seconds left here. I need 1 last rep of that chest fly. 2, 1. Put those weights down. Flip it over. Straight into your push-up. I'm going through the modified version. You can do a full push-up if you need to. to challenge yourself. We're moving through this, trying to get as many push-ups in as we can. Those chest muscles, they're on fire right now. But I know you can do it because we've already done it once. So I need you to get comfortable here being uncomfortable. Without the challenge, there is no change. Stay with me. Let's go. 20 seconds left. Push through this. Let's build that strength. 1 rep at a time. 12 more seconds. You've got it. I know it's hard. I'm feeling it. You've got 1 more rep in you. Here we are. Finish out that last rep and rest. All right, we're grabbing those weights. Switching into our opposite muscle group here. Going into bent over row for that first exercise. Exercise number 2, we're doing that plank with our Renegade Row, switching opposite sides, okay? All right, again, first exercise here, normal bent over row, in 5, 2, 1, here we go, bent over, pull straight into those armpits, keep those elbows tucked in, keeping that back flat here, you're hinged over at the hips. When you pull to that top position, you're squeezing those shoulder blades together. Nice job. Stay in control of this movement. We're working those back muscles here, switching it up from those chest to the back muscles, opposite groups. 25 seconds left here. Push through this. We've got hamstring exercises coming up after this. So work those arms here because they're getting a rest. 12 seconds, then we're going straight into Renegade Row. Here we are, 2 more reps here to finish it out. And 2, 1, move it down to the ground. We're holding that plank, wide base, pulling in to row. Switching back and forth between sides. Modification, you're on those knees, still holding that plank and rowing straight in, elbows are tucked straight into that armpit, okay? Either way, you're locking in your core to keep yourself from rotating. I need you to stay strong here, to work that core muscles, to work the back muscles. 25 seconds left. Push through. Squeeze those shoulder blades as you pull up. We've got legs after this. 15 seconds. Keep those shoulders over top of those wrists here. 8 seconds. 1 more each arm here. Finish it out. 2, 1, rest. All right, first exercise, deadlift. First minute here. Second minute, single leg deadlift. We're alternating back and forth between sides. All right, 2 minutes of deadlifts. We're working those hamstring muscles, giving those upper body muscles a break, all right? Here we go in 5. Into our deadlift in 2, 1. Here we go, straight to that deadlift. You're hinging over at those hips, having just a small bend in those knees. You're running those dumbbells down the length of your leg. Chest stays proud by pinching those shoulder blades together as you go down and as you come up the whole time. Stand it all the way upright in between each rep. You're feeling that stretch in the back of your leg, in that hamstring. You're going at your own pace here, all right? Those hamstrings, those glutes, they should be feeling it right here. After this, our second exercise, we've got that single leg deadlift. We're alternating back and forth, all right? Going into single leg deadlift. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, single leg deadlift, straight into that exercise. Making sure we switch back and forth between each leg. Good. Hinging over at those hips, keeping that chest proud. That leg goes straight back behind us. Here we are. I need you to stay focused here, making sure we work those leg exercises because we're moving it back to arms and giving our legs a rest after this. So stay focused here. You've got 22 seconds left. Find a point to stay balanced. Here we are. 1 rep at a time. Finishing out these deadlifts in 8 seconds. I need 1 more rep from each leg. And 2, 1, rest. All right, next group. Reverse fly. Gotta switch my weights. Reverse fly here. Second exercise, wide overhead press, okay? Those are our next 2. We're giving those legs a rest here. So we're gonna push through these upper body exercises, starting with our reverse fly. We're bending over, getting ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, reverse fly. Raising it up to that shoulder height, nice and controlled as we lower back to that start position. You can keep a slight bend in those elbows. We're engaging that core here to keep that back flat, to keep it stable. Nice. Again, that back is flat. We're not rounding it. It is completely flat because we're hinged over at those hips. Nice work. You got 25 seconds left. You're over halfway through this first exercise. Push through. I know you're feeling the burn because so am I. But well, guess what? We've only got 15 seconds left and we don't have to do this exercise again. So I need you to dig deep. Stay with me. If you want to see those results, stick with it. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Wide overhead press. Knuckles to the sky. Punch it straight up, straight down. Elbows out to the side. Again, you're engaging that core, letting your shoulders do all the work here. That body is not compensating or helping you get those arms up overhead. Nice work. Again, try not to pound these dumbbells together up at the top. You're slowing them down once they reach the top. Oh, let's go. 25 seconds, guys. We've got it right here. We're switching to bicep and triceps after this. I know it's getting tough. My arms, they feel like they're gonna fall off, but I'm gonna finish it here. 10 more seconds. There is no quitting in this class. We're pushing through to get to those results. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. Next 2. Bicep curl out wide, palms facing away. Second exercise. Overhead tricep extension. You can use 2 weights here or 1, depending on how much weight you need, okay? Grab those weights. Remember, starting with that bicep curl, those shoulders are getting a break here. Working opposite muscle groups. And 2, 1, here we go. Palms out, facing away. Elbows stay tucked in. And you're doing that bicep curl on the sides of your body. Not out in front of you, but on the sides, okay? Again, you're squeezing that bicep in that top position, and you're slowly bringing it back down. Nice and controlled the whole time. We're working for the full minute here. We're engaging that core, trying to keep it stable because I only want the biceps working here. I don't want you to use the rest of your body to curl that weight up. I want you to solely use your bicep muscle. 15 more seconds here. I need you to give it your all. We're switching up muscle groups after this. Those biceps are getting a rest, so push through for 8 more seconds. We need 1 more rep here to finish it out in 2, 1, rest. Going straight into overhead tricep extension. Again, different muscle group here, so those biceps are getting a rest. I need you to push through this. Keep those elbows tucked in here. The back of the arms, they're starting to go on fire, but we're gonna push through because after this, we got glutes. So those arms are getting a rest. All right, 30 seconds left, halfway point. Let's go. Dig deep. Again, we're getting comfortable being uncomfortable here. We're going past those limits. We're showing ourselves we are capable and that we are stronger than we believe. 12 seconds left. Do not quit on me. I'm not quitting, you're not quitting. We're in this together for 5 more seconds. 2, 1, rest. All right, 30 seconds to rest here. Next 2 exercises, 30 seconds on each leg. Donkey kicks to start us out. And then to finish it up, fire hydrants. Again, you've got 30 seconds on each leg for each exercise. So still 2 minutes of work, but we're gonna be switching at 30-second intervals, all right? First one, donkey kicks. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, donkey kick, pick your leg. We're here for 30 seconds. We're kicking straight back, bending that knee underneath us. I want you to try to at least kick to a hip height. Nice, you're going at your own pace here. You should feel this in your glutes, right smack in the middle, underneath those glutes. We're switching to the other leg. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, 30 seconds, opposite leg. Those glutes are feeling it here, but we're pushing through, keeping that donkey kick at least at hip height here. Kicking it straight back, bringing it bent into that start position. 8 seconds. We're going straight into fire hydrants after this. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Fire hydrant. Again, 1 leg at a time, 30 seconds each. You're raising that leg out to the side as high as you can. You're letting the sides, your glutes do all the work. You're not using the rest of your body to compensate. You're feeling this in your hips, in the sides of your glutes. 5 more seconds here. We're switching to the other leg. In 2, 1, switch it to the other leg. Final 30 seconds of glutes. I need you to push through. We're going into shoulders after this. Those glutes are getting a rest, so I need you to keep moving. I know they're on fire. I know they burn, because trust me, I'm feeling it too, but we're staying here for 10 more strong seconds. Let's go. Raise that leg as high as you can. I need 1 more rep. 2, 1, rest. All right. Moving into shoulders here. We're grabbing those lighter weights. First exercise, going up all the way overhead, palms facing away for around the world. Exercise number 2, we got a front raise, okay? These are our next 2 exercises. We have 2 more supersets left, 4 total exercises in set 2. Around the world, in 2, 1, here we go. Palms facing away, all the way up above the head, bring it back down. Nice job, stay in control of this movement. Again, those shoulders, I want them to do all the work here. We're engaging that core to keep that body stable. We're not using it to help us raise those arms. You're doing this motion nice and controlled, so when you get to the top, you stop those dumbbells before they clink and hit each other. Good, breathe through this. Stick with it here. We're over that halfway point. This is all mind over matter here. I need you to acknowledge where you're at, and I need you to push yourself a little harder. Step outside of that comfort zone right here. We're going straight into front raise. And 3, 2, 1, front raise. You can alternate here. If you need a little bit longer rest in between those reps, otherwise you're raising both arms for that front raise here. Final minute of shoulder exercises. You've got this right here. Prove it to yourself. Show yourself you are capable. You are strong enough. Those muscles can do a lot more than you think. It's the mind that stops you. So I need you to dig deep here. 25 seconds left. We've got 2 exercises left to finish out our second set after this. We're moving it down to the ground for core. So I need you to push yourself through these shoulder exercises. 10 seconds left. Here we go. Raising up to that shoulder height each time. And 2, 1, rest. All right, next 2 exercises to finish out our set. Plank, hip dip. Second exercise, single leg V-up. We're switching both sides, so we're alternating. All right, these are our last 2 exercises to finish out the second set. I need you to push yourself, challenge yourself right here, starting with plank hip dip. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Rotate through, try to tap each hip. You're just going as low as you can. If you need to modify, you're holding a plank. If you need further modification, you're holding that bent knee plank, okay? But I want you to try to work through this for as long as you can before you need to modify. Oh yeah, here we go. Feeling that burn in the obliques, in the abs. We're pushing through. You've got it right here all the way to the end. 20 seconds left here. We're going straight into single leg V-ups after this. And then we've got to rest. Again, modify if you need to. We've got 5 seconds left on that clock. Going straight to single leg V-ups. Right here, right now. Last minute of work. Modify by just lifting those shoulder blades up off the ground. Otherwise, you're trying to sit all the way up, tapping that opposite hand to opposite foot. All right, let's go. Dig deep. Do not stop early. You did not come this far to quit at the very end. This is where champions are made. This is where the strength is set. This is where you show yourself you are stronger than you believe. 20 seconds. Let's go. I feel it too. Here we go. Breathe through this. I need you here for 10 more seconds. Trying to get 1 more rep on each leg. Do not stop until that buzzer goes off. And rest. Whew. All right, grab a drink here. We've gone through 2 exercises, or 2 sets. We're finishing it out with a little core circuit and then stretching it out. All right. Core circuit here. We're working for that full minute. Get my timer going again. First exercise, we're switching at 30 seconds. We're going through bird dog. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay? We're going through that for 2 full minutes. So we're working each side for a full minute, but we're only doing it at 30-second intervals, okay? Here we go for bird dogs. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Opposite arm and leg reach, and then they curl under. Trying to touch opposite knee to elbow, and we're rounding that back each time we curl in. We're then getting that full extension. We're going through this 2 times through, 30 seconds on each side, switching to the opposite side. And 2, 1, and switch. Same exercise, going through bird dog, curling that back here, touching elbow to opposite knee, and then full extension. We're working that core on the front side to one side for our spinal twist. Keeping shoulders on the ground. They are flat. And switching to the other side, slowly lowering those legs. Feeling this in our lower back stretch. Again, keeping shoulder blades on the ground. They are flat. Going through each side one more time here. Rotating to the opposite side. And back to the last side here. Just deep breathing through this stretch, keeping those shoulder blades on the ground, legs are stacked. And bringing it back to center. Go ahead and grab those arms around your legs, rounding that back, trying to release that tension and roll all the way up to that seated position. And we're going to go into child's pose here. So sitting back on those heels, feeling that stretch here in the sides and in the shoulders. Again, deep breathing through this stretch, trying to go a little bit deeper. Go ahead and thread the needle by reaching one arm underneath, palm to the sky, deepening that stretch on the arm that is pulled through. And returning back to that start position, threading the needle with the other arm. Palm is facing the sky, deepening the stretch on that arm that is tucked under. All right, back to child's pose here. Rocking it forward onto hands and knees. Placing one knee up in front, going into pigeon pose. Back leg is straight. Going down onto those forearms, you should feel this stretch in the front leg and the glutes. And then staying your legs in the same position, but trying to sit upright here. You should now feel this stretch in your groin or your hip flexor of that back leg. Trying to keep shoulders and hips squared off. All right, going back into all fours, lifting or raising the other leg up forward, going down onto those forearms again into pigeon pose, but now on the opposite side, down on our forearms. You should feel this stretch right here on the sides of your glutes. All right, and then sitting it all the way up right here. Again, keeping shoulders and hips squared off. Feeling this now in that back leg, in that hip flexor region. Toe pointed down. All right, guys. If you need any other stretches, go ahead and get those in. But that's all we have for Strictly Strength today, so make sure you stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water after this. And thanks for joining me, and don't forget, everyone's journey is different, so own yours.